so our next speaker is going to be John. John, he grew up in Iran, and he was actually going to be presenting with his wife, who grew up in Greece. Unfortunately, she wasn't feeling well today, but originally John said that he was just gonna let her do the talking and say yes to everything she says. But today he'll be speaking for both of their experiences coming to America and also stories from their multicultural household. So, I love that you're doing it with your chai. Can't put it down.
I have it here ready, so when I don't know what to say, chai will come in. I happen to be Ritu's neighbor, and I've come from Iran. Originally, as Ritu said, I was supposed to be saying yes to whatever my wife said. Like a good husband, that way the marriage lasts forever. Yes. However, she wasn't feeling good, so I'm going to cover for her and as well. She's from Greece, and I came here, studied English to go back home and teach. I came from Iran, went for engineering. We met each other in San Jose State many years ago, and story started then. With regard to what Ritu said earlier, it's very hard to follow up what she said at the age of 17. Wow, you are good. Chai, yes. You put a group of Indian, you say chai, definitely you get multiple action. But you put some Asians together, and Iran is part of Asia, India is part of Asia too, and you say negotiation. You get all sort of variation that everybody thinks that culture does a better job in negotiation. But Ritu is absolutely right. One of the toughest people to negotiate with are Indians. But they are good. They are very logical, and they do look for the win-win situation. Or they win a lot, the other person wins a little, so they are most happy. And one of the toughest one to negotiate with, beside Indian, is Chinese. They are very difficult to negotiate with because they don't go logical. You tell them $10, the price is $5. Where did you come with 5? That's it. So, but that's interesting. That's something to be followed. However, as I said, I came from Iran to California, and this is the land of opportunity. And we are saying cultural diversity is here. Anywhere you go, you see the diversity, and that diversity is beautiful. But we don't appreciate that till we move out of this area. I happened to go because of my work for a year to Texas, and I love to come back. And my kids loved it to come back too. So, as I said, I met my wife in San Jose State. It was love at the first sight, and once we graduated, we got married and have 2 beautiful kids, and we gave them the opportunity to decide what they want to do. They're both lawyers, but my son realized that law is not that much for him, so he is in Netherlands, has been there for about 5-6 years, is working there, and is happy in technology. But my daughter decided law is good, so he was working in New York, moved to Reno, has a small kid, and now she's very happy and follows her desire. And the other thing which I have to say about the kids is, the children, I mean, they are all children, but my daughter, once she had the baby, she realized how good are the parents, and how often the parents are right, versus before always she knew better. And I have been in California since 1975. When I came here, I came from Iran. At that time, Shah was in power. And coming to California, I didn't see that much of difference from here and Iran at the time. And but my wife, which came from Greece, it was a cultural shock for her. And but we both agreed to stay here. We both adopted the culture in California. As I said earlier, it's all sort of culture. Everything is here, from food to music to gatherings like this, and it's beautiful. And I hope rest of the United States follows California's footsteps. I'm not going to take too much more of your time. As I said, I was ready for my wife to say everything and I say yes, 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 and have the easy way out, but she bailed out thanks to the virus. It was not COVID, but it's a cold flu, stomach flu, which is going around right now. So I'm gonna, yes.
Can you talk about languages that you speak at home and what your kids are speaking now?
Actually the language is very interesting. I'm coming from Iran. I came here, so my wife and I, we have English in common. She knows a little bit Farsi, I know a little bit Greek. But the kids has adopted the mother's language, so they speak fluent Greek, a few words of Farsi, but their Greek is fluent. And having the opportunity to learn Greek has opened up the door for them, so they speak multiple languages. My daughter speaks basically all European languages, and my son speaks few of the European language as well as Japanese and some Chinese. Yes?
How about the religious differences between the two of you? How did you agree on that?
That's a very good question. I was born a Muslim. She was born Christian. But all religions have something in common. Basically, all religions are saying that be good, think good, and act good. The rest of it is branches of the religion, which makes a difference. One branch calls it Christianity, another branch calls Islam, another branch calls Hindu. But the basis of them are same. So
I totally agree with you, but why is there such a difference in the world then?
it's human being. They want power. That's where I see it. I mean, right now in Iran, we have got the religious people, and they are not thinking for people. I don't think they think for God. They think for themselves and the power that they can have over people.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. We can follow that up in a later discussion, but thank you so much for the questions.
So, you think Greeks are not good with negotiations?
Actually, I don't think I know. When I go to buy something in Greece, actually I was in Italy with my wife, and we saw some things which we decided to buy, and so I started negotiating, and I think I have got $1,000 in my pocket, that's all I'm willing to pay. And everybody else around me, hey John, here's money. I said, I know I have money in my pocket. The Greeks are, what I said over here, the Greeks are same. They don't know the art of negotiation and the beauty of it. Yes.
I would say that in Greece I love the restaurants culture, because when we went to restaurants and we ordered the food, so after we ate our dinner, they brought us more and more. And it's if it's on the restaurant, it's on the restaurant. Do not leave the tip there, but they actually bring you more to get you to come next time.
And
So I think this is the America should learn.
Actually, what you said is correct. Whenever I go to a restaurant over there, once the food is finished and it's okay, bring the bill, that's when the next set of food and drinks and other things comes in. And it's a good culture. I love it. All right,
Thank you very
thank
much.
you.
Don't forget your tie.
I brought you